All right, we've got a new partnership for Palantir, and this one is about cleaning up the trash. Let me get into it right here. Boom. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Palantir extends a partnership to clean up the trash with Rubicon, which is a really interesting company. Okay, I covered Rubicon about 5 months ago, and I called it a digital trash can. And what they do is they create smart waste and recycling solutions. We create software to help you better understand, optimize, and reduce your waste. Whether you manage a global enterprise, independent business, city, or hauler operation, Rubicon has the right solutions to improve your current processes and help you meet your sustainability goals. Now, Palantir isn't invested in this company. When they're extending their partnership, and we'll talk a little bit about what the partnership is, but it's more about building a sort of universal platform that they can use in a more meaningful way. Two things. Number one, this comes off of the news back to back to back. So this is the third day in a row that they released a press release. They're doing this very intentionally because there's an international summit right now in Davos where they're talking about climate change and the World Economic Forum where Alex Karp just spoke at. I'm going to be analyzing that with Adam Bergen this weekend, so we'll probably get that out to you Monday. But they had a partnership with Trafigura. I always say their name wrong, but Trafigura, which was the climate change partnership. How do we use data-driven operations to actually reduce carbon emissions? The second thing they had is the partnership with Stellantis, which was formerly Fiat Chrysler. They own about 15 car brands. They're creating the entire data-driven operating system for those car brands for manufacturing, shipping, logistics, supply chains, etc., for that to be able to make sense. And then the third one is Rubicon. So the interesting thing about Rubicon, and this is what I said in that video about 5 months ago, is that Rubicon's goal is to make sure that when a company releases waste, that waste does something in a meaningful way, that it doesn't just go into the environment, that it doesn't just become more trash, which ends up hurting the unit economics of different places within that organization or that community. So they're trying to do something really, really unique. From the press release, as a part of the agreement, the two organizations will also develop a joint go-to-market strategy for the commercialization of new Rubicon subscription data products and supporting workflows. What that means is, how do we sell the Rubicon product, which is a subscription data product, probably to organizations, and any organization could be a customer because every organization has waste, whether you're a school, government, company, whatever you are. And could they actually get their software within those organizations? The new partnership with Rubicon is supported by Foundry, a fully managed modular SaaS offering that includes, and they said modular. I don't know if we've seen that word before. They've made sure to include that word now because they were getting some flack for it not being modular. That includes data integration, flexible analytics, visualization, model building, operational decision-making, and decision capture. Rubicon is an interesting company primarily because of how they use software to optimize the waste an organization has. Now, Palantir's Foundry is a natural fit for collaboration with Rubicon since both companies handle a vast amount of data and attempt to make sense of it to produce efficient client results. And before we get into what the CEO of Rubicon said, two things. Number one, I'm having an interview with a trash expert. Yes, there's a trash expert who reached out to me on Twitter. For those who don't follow me on Twitter, @AmidIsInvesting, you can definitely DM me if you want to get into contact. And he basically said, hey, let's set up an interview because I can really break down what this Rubicon deal is. He works in the trash industry, works with waste management. He understands what Rubicon is trying to do with software and data in the context of waste better than most people, definitely better than me. So that's going to be a really fun interview. We're going to try to go deeper and break down into this. Number two, this is another example of operating systems. And again, I've been saying this for the past 2 days because we are getting more and more of these press releases, but this is why I like Palantir. This is one of the sole theses I have on Palantir, which is that if they create operating systems, platforms for entire industries, the smart waste industry or the waste management industry being done smartly is very big, then there is a big chance and a big opportunity for them to become the go-to premier software for a lot of other companies in the space. Let's give a comparable real quick. Let's go to Webull. Waste Management, for those who don't know, is a company that I think at least all of America uses it to manage waste. And there might be other places in other countries. Waste Management, I think, what is their ticker symbol? Oh, here we go. WM. Their stock is at 159. Let's look at their max. They went public in 1990 or 1988. So obviously this was a very valuable service for a very long time because we all have waste. 2000 dot-com bubble, they got up to 43. Then they crashed. Where was the crash? Crash was about $6 around that time. And then they've been growing ever since. And so it took them a while to get back to, it took them about 15 years to get back to 43. And then they started exploding as the entire economy started expanding. They got to 170, and right now they're at 159. Let's look at their market cap. Waste Management's market cap is $66 billion. So if you want to use waste management as a measure for how big the waste management or waste area of the economy is, I mean, 60 billion is like a proxy, but if this is one of the biggest companies in the world that actually manages waste, then we could understand kind of what the market looks like. Let's go to their website real quick, Waste Management. Rubicon's taking a unique approach to it, and that's the unique part of it that I'm interested in. So waste management, you've probably seen, if you're at least in America, you've probably seen these. I mean, they're everywhere, right? My dad used to own a liquor store. These used to be in the back. These are all different boxes, and their brand is everywhere, and they collect a lot of waste in pretty much every part of America, at least. I don't know if they're super international, but definitely in America. So Rubicon is saying, okay, that's a big market. How can we use data to optimize it? And this is the nature of how things are becoming disrupted via data. Every single industry, whether it's energy, healthcare, climate change, waste management, financial services, all of these things are, and I think Palantir's argument is like all of these things can be disrupted via data. They can become more efficient, they can become more productive, and those companies can save a lot of time, money, energy, and we can do a lot of good for the world. How do we create the operating systems for each of those industries to actually change how those industries are run? CEO of Rubicon explains, data has been at the center of the Rubicon story since our company's founding, and the application of data to business processes is what has enabled us to consistently drive environmental innovation in the waste and recycling category. We are thrilled to announce this new partnership with Palantir, and we believe that it will take our data capabilities to the next level, enabling our customers and haulers partners to optimize their waste and recycling operations, save money, and grow their businesses and execute on their sustainability goal. Data being the foundation for them to actually be able to do this. Shyam Sankar, COO, explains, like Palantir, Rubicon is a company that truly understands the power of data and its ability to transform industries from the ground up, and both organizations believe firmly in the importance of sustainability as a key enterprise performance metrics, meaning your enterprise has a lot of KPIs, key performance indicators that you want to hit. Sustainability, making sure you're not like hurting the planet, is one of those key enterprise performance metrics, because it makes you a better company and people want to actually invest in you and buy your products if you're not killing the planet. We are excited to enable Rubicon to expand and enhance their data operating system on Foundry. That's why I like this company. There's operating systems on top of other things. As someone who's building a startup right now, I understand the value of a platform and what that platform means to help other people using that platform. You build, as Sean from Invest to Live, one of my favorite channels on YouTube, says, you build the shovels, not the gold. And Palantir is building shovels in a lot of different industries. Just this week, the automotive industry, climate change industry, and now the waste management industry. And there's a lot of other industries that they're trying to build. Last thing right here, according to the press release, they are going to have the development of new data collection and analytical tools, provision of greater insight into waste, recycling, and sustainability performance for Rubicon's corporate customers, smart city partners, and hauler network. That's going to be huge. Further optimization of customer and hauler service levels, and a joint go-to-market effort to commercialize advanced analytical capabilities. The market is not going to respect it. I did my review on this a while back. You guys can watch it. But man, am I excited for stuff like this. I really could care less about the stock price. When I see a company actually building that type of stuff, that's where I want my money going over the next 5 years. And again, that's just me, but that's how I think about it. So when people say, oh, it's a meme stock, it's hype, it's like, all right, you can say what you want to say. It's when I analyze these types of deals, and after watching this video, please tell me in the comments why this type of deal is not something that you think has potential. Because if you don't, then obviously then it's not worth buying into. But for me, I do see the potential in these things. And if I'm thinking towards the future and I'm trying to be as pragmatic as possible, but also a little bit creative as well when we're thinking about the potential of something, I put those two together in my brain and I look at this partnership and I'm like, I understand what they're trying to do. And a lot of people don't look into the PRs. They don't look at what they don't dig deep, so they don't understand what they're trying to do. I understand what they're trying to do. Stock-based compensation still sucks. Yes, there's parts of the company that sucks. They don't have a great sales force. That sucks. I get it. But this core thesis is part of at least my personal investment thesis, and I think the other stuff will get edged out over time. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think about this deal with the Rubicon? Looking forward to it. Looking forward to read the comments, and I'll see you on that interview with that trash expert next week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.